Hello.
Hello there. Right then, let's start this now. Okie dokie. Welcome everybody to the show match, which is going to be between Rime and AntonL. It's in anticipation for our King of the Mid tournament, which is going to be coming up at the end of February. Shu thought it would be a good idea to put Rime versus Aston. Rime's going to be casting with me during the tournament, and we should look forward to an interesting game. What do you think of this one, Shu?
It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good, man.
It's going to be good. Well, first of all, we will have a look at not that one because that one doesn't work. The rules for the actual games. It's going to be fairly similar to the Beyond the Summits of Fistful of Tangos tournament. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go and check it out. But basically, I'm going to sum it up as fast as possible because you don't want to hear me going through this entire rule set for ages. But it's going to be no soul rings, no bottle crow, and no neutrals of any kind, whether that's killing or controlling them. Everyone starts with 150 gold at the start of the game. That's for a walking courier, which they have to buy, pretty much. And for the matchups, it's going to be predetermined matchups which we've selected. Both players have then each vetoed a matchup, and my phone is vibrating like hell. And out of those matchups, we randomly select who's playing which hero. That's going to be for the first game, and for the second game, they're going to swap hero. If it goes to the third game, then for this match in particular, they're both going to select a hero they want to play to decide who wins. It's first to 2 kills and first to 2 towers that will win the games. And the prize money for this, it's going to be £5, courtesy of Shu. He's gladly said he'll chuck a fiver in for this tournament. Not for the tournament, sorry, for this show match. But yep, if we go onto the pick screen, you can see at the moment the predetermined matchups were Storm Spirit versus Tinker. This is one that could snowball pretty out of control for Tinker if he gets the levels up. Storm kind of needs to shut him down a little earlier. As for the second one, it was going to be Sven versus Dragonite. Quite an interesting matchup. It's a bit of a man fight one that we've decided to put into the pool. Both of them have reliable stuns. Both of them have a lot of damage they can dish out. And they have pretty big nukes as well. And of course, they both have armor bonuses as well. And finally, Invoker versus Ancient Apparition. And this is one that was put into the pool by Rime himself for the tournament. I'm still not sure on the details as to why he thinks this matchup is balanced. But do you have any idea, Shu, on this one?
SFSA is pretty balanced because once you both hit 6, the AALT will destroy Invoker, and before 6, you have the Cold Snap from Invoker. So overall, it is pretty balanced.
Fair enough. And if we actually go on to the vetoes for this matchup, so Rime decided to veto Sven versus DK. Didn't want to see the Manly matchup, but interesting enough, Aston actually PM'd me and told me that he wanted that matchup. So he was a little gutted to get this one blocked out. But for himself, he decided to ban out the Invoker AA. So we are going into a Storm Spirit versus Tinker match. We tossed a coin. We found out that Rime would be playing Storm Spirit in game 1. AntonL would be playing the Tinker in game number 2. And now we are just about to get started. So it's going to be an interesting game for sure. Just wait for all the players to let us know that they are actually ready. Oh shit, that was the wrong room. Okay, I'm gonna get ourselves into the game. Didn't even let Aston say ready. It's fine.
It should be fine.
Should be fine. It's not like he's been dodging us all day.
It's him for at least 2 days now.
Been panicking because Aston just never told us what matchup he wanted banned for like 2 days. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are now into the game. Just waiting for Aston to load up. We will see Ryan playing Storm Spirit on the Radiant. We will see AntonL playing Tinker on the Dire. Again, it's first to 2 kills or first towers. And I'm interested to see which way it's going to go. Who do you think's got the? Who do you think will take this one?
It's hard to say, man. I mean, once Storm hits 6, then he can actually do something, but till then, Tinker will probably have full domination.
We might see Storm try to push Tinker out of the lane as well. Just spamming that extra damage from his E, which I can't remember the name of for the life of me, which makes me a really bad caster. Just trying to push the Tinker off. But once Tinker gets the ball, he's not going to care, and he's probably going to control the lane really well if he goes for the laser rockets build, which is pretty much expected, to be honest. But yes, unfortunately, because we are in the broadcast slot, we actually have to wait for the 45-second timer here to count down, even though they're both are ready to play. But yes, I am very interested to see which way this one's going to go. This is basically the format we're going to run for the entire tournament. For the first couple of rounds, it is going to be best of ones. So the predetermined matchup and the coin flips will be very important to see who plays what hero, because you only get that one game. Once we do hit the quarterfinals, though, we are going to be using the same format we are for this match in the best of 3. Except for the third game, the way it's working is that everybody who signed up to the tournament have put down 5 heroes they want to play. If it gets to the third game, they each can select a hero to play in that game. However, when they go through to the next round, they're not allowed to pick that hero again. So yes, we are in. We're going to see Rime playing on the Storm Spirit. He's chosen to go for State Remnant level 1, which is not really surprising. And AntonL, he didn't give himself gold, but he will.
Prepare for battle.
Is he going to forget? I think he's going to forget. Nope. Oh, wait. I think he's confused. I don't know. But he should see Rime entering that cheat, so he should know what to do himself. He has completely forgotten.
He has forgotten.
Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, we are going to see Rime. He's actually going to run the Sentry Ward straight away. So it's not a Sentry Ward, it's the Observer Ward straight away. So he's going to walk up and probably... I'd expect him to ward the high ground perhaps. Or maybe he's just going to ward both the rune spots this early. Yep, that is a good start by Aston. But he's gone... They've both gone to chose to go for the Bottle Rush. So we see Aston picking up 4 branches as well, some regen. And Rime, he's going to pick up 3 branches. And he's going to ward indeed. There's Witch Dot towards. Just going to watch away.
Interesting why Aston doesn't have wards. He really needs them if he's going to get bottle.
And he does have the money as well to afford them at this point. Chosen to go for those extra stats though with the 4 branches.
This is going to look bad for Aston if he doesn't get rune control.
Yeah, if Storm can get
if
Storm can get rune control as well, he really starts to dominate this lane.
If Rime gets full rune control, he can stay in lane versus Tinker pretty easily.
Especially the early damage from those laser and rockets just isn't going to be enough to push him out. And if he gets that unlimited regen, then Aston will find himself in a lot of trouble here. But the blocks, Aston's actually messes up a bit, whereas Rime, he's let the range creep go forward. So it looks like Rime will... Actually, no, the lane's pretty much even out here. But it's going to push towards Rime's tower pretty early. And there's the instant laser coming out from Aston. Wants Rime to be missing those last hits. But yeah, we are going to see that the rune is actually going to have spawned top. It's going to be a haste rune. Funny enough, Rime put this ward very aggressively in the bottom area. It's not actually got enough vision range to see the rune, but he's going to see Aston's full rotation if he does go for that bottom rune. And I think it does give enough vision as well to actually see Aston on the high ground. Possibly. In fact, no, it's a bit far away. But yeah, at the moment, Rime has put one in, point into that Overlord, so he's Overload, so he's going to start harassing Aston down now. And it's very even in CS at this point. In fact, the burst is a lot better coming out from Aston at the moment. Rime already having to use 2 of his tangos. And Aston's still at full regen available.
One of the disadvantages of Storm, attack range is really low, so if you're going to go CS, you're going to get hit by Tinker, almost guaranteed.
That allows Tinker to control this lane really well early. But as you said earlier, once Storm hits that magical level 6, he should be able to control this, especially with full rune control. And we see just Aston spamming those missiles whenever it's off cooldown pretty much.
That's what you need to do as a Tinker, definitely what you need to do.
I meant the laser, not the missiles.
Especially against the Storm. If you just laser him, you make sure you can't hit the CS, and then of course you can auto-attack him and you can't do anything.
And funnily enough, Aston's still got 270 mana, whereas Rime is completely out at this point. I believe he does have that bottle coming in there though. Indeed he does, so... And Aston's still cap, but that's a lot of burst. That could be the first blood, and he will be. The bottle gets there, but he can't click it fast enough, and that's 1-0 for Aston. And that was a very surprising amount of burst coming out from him. I really don't think Rime expected that much.
It's one of the good things about Tinker, and the fact that Storm has no attack range, like there's no way you can dodge it. If you want to CS, you're going to have to go in range of that laser rocket combo.
I mean, Rime being that low in health at that point, he should have probably backed off and just waited for his bottle. He was nearly there, and now Aston's actually using the courier to find the haste rune in top. And he will spot it. Rime will see that, if Rime has enough sense about him, that the courier has skated this out, so he might go to contest his haste rune. Because Aston now has his bottle, he's used up all his charges, and he's going to get a free haste rune.
At the moment, Aston is really strong. Rime's going to have to play a bit defensive till he hits 6. There's no way he can do anything at the moment.
He's going to have to rely on those wards being enough for him to control the rune so he can stay in lane versus Aston. Because Aston, he'll just keep on spamming these missiles and the lasers. Just like that. That's a lot of burst on Rime, and that's Rime down to 300 HP.
Yep.
Half his HP
Spawns
just
runs out, he's gonna die.
Mine!
Yep, of course that was the 0-minute rune that Aston picked up, so we did skip the 2-minute one out. So if Rime does want a rune, he's gonna have to wait another minute, yeah. God, I'm stuttering all over the place today. It's been a while since I've casted any games.
Actually, a good choice for Rime would be to get like Tranquil Boots and a Wand, just so he can stay in lane a bit longer, because Aston will push him out like this. Ridiculous the damage from laser and rocket.
Yeah, and Rime does have enough money if he wants to buy that wand up, or if he wants to get his boots right now. But I really don't think boots are going to be enough to help him, especially because Aston obviously has a haste rune bottled. And Rime will have known this. But Aston's just going to pop himself. He does have his boots as well as magic wand and a mantle of intelligence flying in from now. So he's in a very strong position. 67 damage on him, 60 on the Storm Spirit, as well as Aston, of course, having a lot more burst. And he's pretty much he's an entire level ahead of him.
Aston has outstanding creep score at the moment compared to Rime. Here we go, here's the second kill attempt.
And he's probably going to get this one as well.
Yeah, that's Rime dead.
And that will be 2-0. Aston's going to take game 1. Just 4 minutes as well. So it was a good game. What do you think Rime could have done better to prevent that happening?
The only thing could have done is just to play a bit more passive, because the Tinker will dominate you till you hit 6. When you hit 6, you can disjoint the rocket, and that's what you're going to have to go on to try and kill the Tinker.
Yep, so...
Already disjoint laser.
So 1-0 being taken up by Aston there. He's going to be playing the Storm Spirit on the Radiant for the next match, and Rime's going to be on the Tinker for the Dire. So we're going to completely swap them round. We're going to let him go head-to-head in the other matchup and see who takes it. So Rime already on the ropes. 4 minutes into that game and he was defeated pretty easily. The first blood, maybe he should have played a lot more defensive. He definitely could have avoided it.
Could have played a bit more aggressive at the start, because he did go for the overload level 2, so he could have pushed Aston out the lane, but he overextended at one point. Aston just nuked him down with rocket laser.
Yeah, the damage coming out from them lasers, it's just so much.
Yep.
And we're just waiting for Aston to get himself back in the lobby, and we will go into game 2. Oh, God. So yeah, Rime's going to have to try and pretty much mirror what Aston did that time. He wants to get an early win. He wants to not be demoralised in this game, because if he is, then we might see Aston pick up an easy second win as well.
Yeah, Aston likes to play really aggressive, so it'll be interesting how he plays the Storm.
Yeah, because, as you said, Storm needs to be a bit more defensive early on in the game. He can't do as much.
Yep.
He's got to hit that magical level 6 in Rime. He never had a chance to do it. Let's wait to see if the players are ready, and we'll get ourselves into game 2. I'm sure Rime's ready, it's fine.
Yeah, Rime's always ready.
He has 60 seconds to select his hero when we get in anyway. But it will be very interesting to see how this matchup's reversed. Tinker has the advantage till 6. Can Rime push that advantage and get a win for himself here? Also, I love this new 1v1 mid-only mode that they've introduced into the client. Don't have to spawn fountains at the start of the game now.
Yep. So, could have been implemented earlier, but I'm just glad they've done it.
Yeah, I'm glad they've done it as well. I was testing it with Holy Cupcake in a custom game. Accidentally spawned a fountain on top of him. He wasn't pleased.
You control where you place the fountains.
It's just where your mouse cursor is. You type create hero fountain, and wherever your mouse cursor is, it creates a neutral fountain which works for both teams. So you put one in each lane and it will just destroy the creeps for both teams. Just one fountain. It's pretty well worked, really. That's if you're a spectator anyway. I believe if you're on like the Radiant or the Die, you spawn one for your own team. But we are going to jump ourselves into game 2 now. I'm just going to switch the overlay because I completely forgot like a moron. That's not the overlay. That is. So we are into game 2 now. We have Storm Spirit being played by AntonL this time. He manages to buy his courier correct this time, and he's gone for exactly the same items as he did on his Tinker. So he's got 4 branches, got 1 set of tangos, and his salve. Rime, this time not opting to go for the wards. Maybe he felt like missing that salve was really what brought him down last game. So he's gone for 1 as well, so Mantle Advantageous. So he's going to have 58 right-click damage. That's compared to the 54 of Aston's Storm Spirit. So it will be interesting to see how it actually works this time. It's going to go for laser level 1 on Rime. And Aston again, it's going to be Static Remnant just like Rime did.
I think Rime would be looking to push or play aggressive really early. So he's getting the more damage, and then you can just right click Aston, laser him. Aston can't really do anything, and that should be the lane completely dominated until Aston hits 6.
30 seconds to battle.
He definitely wants to get 1 kill before Aston hits 6, because when Aston gets that magical level 6, then he's going to have so many troubles getting a kill out on him.
When Aston hits 6, you're pretty much not going to kill him.
This time
Unless he misplays.
Yeah, and this time instead of going for wards, Rime's actually going to send the courier down. It is a risky tactic that we do see coming out in the Beyond the Summits tournaments, because we have found a few players trying to find the courier, but this time both players are just going to go for the block, so Rime's going to be able to see if the rune's spot more top here. And it's going to be top rune, it's going to be an illusion rune, so that would be really good for someone to get to control the lane early. But obviously they just want to get the block off. They want to try and control the lane up to the high ground as much as possible. At the moment, it seems to be going fine for both players. Aston with a really good block, actually. Rime does manage to let a couple of melee creeps through, so Aston's really going to have lane control early.
Because Rime's creeps, one went ahead, that creep will die really early, and then Aston's lane will get his lane will push up to Rime's tower, and hopefully Rime will get some farm then. At the moment, it seems fine anyway.
Yeah, for those who don't know, that's why a lot of players let the range creep go through as well. It has the most damage out of the two. It has 2 more damage while also having the least amount of health. So if that range creep on your team dies really early, you instantly get a high ground advantage. We are seeing some harass coming out a little bit from Aston here. He's right-clicked Rime a couple of times. But again, they're just trying for the last hits, and at the moment Rime's 3 for 2 compared to the 1 last hit of Aston. He's going to use Overload there, just to get a bit more harassment down on Rime. And Rime really not being as aggressive as he could be here. He's already been taken down quite low, just from the creep aggro as well as Aston's right clicks. And he could really be controlling this lane a lot better at this point.
Denied.
But he will get those last hits under the tower. Very well done. And he's opted for the laser rockets setup as well. So he's going to be looking for that early kill. Now we see the first laser coming out. And that just pushes Aston back a little bit.
Why he doesn't go March build is because March build pushes his lane up Aston's tower, then Aston will get so much XP and he'll hit 6 much faster.
That's very true. Also, the damage from March at level 1 really isn't enough to help him in this matchup.
Yeah,
and of course, once he's got some more points in March of the Machines, it won't really matter because Aston will just be able to use his ultimate to get away. And like I said, he pushes them to his tower. Aston just gets levels and attempts to last it as best as he can. And because obviously the rules of the tournament, Rime's not allowed to just walk off and start using his March of the Machines on the Ancients like you'd normally see.
Rime's actually gone for level 2 rockets instead of a level 2 laser. That's interesting. Because laser's pure damage compared to the rocket, which is just magical.
Yep, they both would be doing pretty much the same damage at this level, but laser is a slight bit more because of the, as you said, the pure damage.
And the fact that it costs less mana means you can spam it more, and the fact that it does more damage as well, it should be the thing you want to take over rockets, really.
And it's also on a lower cooldown by like 10 seconds.
Yep, a lot lower cooldown.
But Rime actually using laser's last hit now. The courier did just walk in and bring Rime's bottle, but he completely forgot to use some of his regen. And now Aston, he's got his bottle up and he's going to find the illusion rune. So that's 1 rune going away of Aston. But it's not going to really concern Rime that much. He's at half mana. He's got enough bottle charges to keep himself there. But now with this illusion rune, Aston's really going to be able to either get some harass in or control the lane with last hits. As you can see just there.
Rime hasn't pushed Aston out of the lane enough. Aston's going to hit 6 really easily now. And maybe the end of Rime, basically.
Yeah, at the moment, as we see, Rime's slightly ahead of XP, but that is because Aston went to check the rune. But Aston didn't miss that much because he did, of course, push. And Aston's going aggressive. He tries to pull him in, but that burst coming out from Tinker, this might be a bit too much. Aston could get down to the first blood. It's not going to be enough. He is going to be able to bottle his way through it. And he immediately pops the healing salve, and he will stay alive now. And Rime still has all 3 bottle charges, but he needs to be really careful. Especially if he gets close enough to Storm. But he'll be alright. He's going to start bottling up now. But that's Aston out of bottle charges. Also his salve down. He only has 1 tango left, and he's going to fly out his magic wand. There's Rime, nothing on the courier yet. Doesn't have enough money for his boots. And I do think he should opt for boots at this point. It'll be really advantageous for him. Aston's going to get lucky and he's going to actually find a haste rune in top. And Storm Spirit with a haste rune is a very scary thing.
This could be a kill for Aston. Easily be a kill. Because Rime has no bottle charges and he's on low mana. Easily, can easily kill him.
And Rime's actually going to gamble and check the bottom rune. Although he is a bit late and he did see Storm Spirit go missing out of the lane. So, yeah, he knows he hasn't got this one. He'll have checked his bottle now, seeing there's a haste rune there. And this means Rime has every right to be scared.
Oh,
He
sweet.
does have some items flying out to him now. He has chose for the boots now. But there we go. We see some more overload damage coming out from Aston. It's interesting that he's actually got 2 points in Electric Vortex. Rather than the extra damage in overload. Because once he hits 6, he can use the power of overload much to his advantage. Just spam the ball lightning.
2 on Electro Vortex. Might just be so gonna pull Rime closer to a static remnant, but level 3, really.
It may be because he was trying to get a kill as well. He saw he had the haste rune and he wanted to try and tie him under the town with that longer pull. It'd give him possibly enough time to get a kill. But not so much in this case. Pops the haste rune, does nothing with it as Rime just backed off. And now Aston, he's flown in the circlet and he's going to go deep again. Rime uses the
This
laser.
may be a kill.
It should be. He's trying to bottle it up,
Oh,
and that will be first blood. He might actually go down here. He has popped level 6.
Storms everywhere.
Bottles up, survives under the tower.
This is looking really bad for Rime. Really, really bad.
Once again, I think
level 6 storm.
it's Rime being over aggressive once more. He knew Aston had the haste rune. He popped it a while ago. He should have stayed at his tower and realised he wasn't going to get those last hits. Does actually buy a TP scroll, gets himself back in. And now, as you say, Rime's just hit level 6, and I think Aston's now level 7. He is 7.5. So he's much further ahead at this case. He will walk back to base though, so Rime's going to use his time to get himself some more experience and last hits. But he's going to gamble, try and check the rune. He's got a full bottle. He really doesn't need to do this. It's actually going to be a regen rune in bottom lane. He just
Rime took level 2 laser earlier. He could have easily pushed Aston at the lane, but because he didn't, he had a really hard time kind of harassing him. So level 1 laser doesn't really do much. Gives you the miss, but that's it. And a rocket costs too much mana to use as a spam ability, really. Primarily the laser.
And there's the burst coming out from Rime. Half health in Aston immediately upon Aston's re-arrival to the lane. And Aston, once again, he's going to check the top rune. It's pretty much something you'll always see. You'll always see the players going for the top rune first, simply because it's the closest one, especially for Radiant. And Aston's actually going to burn a lot of mana to go use Ball Lightning to get to the bottom rune, but he's going to get a regen. So it's going to pay off for him, but at the same time, he's allowing Rime some room to catch up. If you have a look at the CS score, he's actually only 2 CS behind now. Aston's got to realise he walked back to base, TP'd in, and then went to check both runes. So Rime is now pop level 7. Aston's 400 experience ahead, but that's not a big difference, especially after getting first blood. Rime will realise that the rune's gone now. He's not going to mind too much though, again, because he's got pretty much full health. And you'll see that Aston only has a regeneration rune, so he doesn't need to be that afraid. As long as he can get one right click off, then Aston can't use infinite ball lightning, basically.
He's going to hit 8 this wave, and then he's probably going to go in and try and kill Rime again.
Right, he's level 8. But that burst coming out from Rime is way too much. Aston cannot push in on that. Not at this point, anyway.
I think he's going to wait for Rime to burn some of his bottle charges, so he can just go in.
He's going to ball lightning backwards. I'm expecting him to use his regeneration rune here. But he's actually letting the courier fly something. He's picked up his second null talisman. So he's going for that extra stats and that extra damage. He's now sitting on 90 damage. Which is 20 more than Rime. Jesus Christ, I can't do maths. And that's going to put him in a much better right clicking position. But again, Rime still has a lot more burst. There is a double damage rune in bottom lane at the moment. And Aston's going to go to top to try and check it. He's not going to be lucky enough. But now that Aston's level 6 as well, he should really have the rune control under his thumb. He's actually chose not to level up Overload at all. He's gone for free and static Electric Vortex as well as free and static Remnants. And if Rime's actually going to contest with his rune in bottom, it's going to be a double damage rune. Aston's definitely going to get it, and Rime, he immediately backs off. He knows to back off at this point. Aston's going to bottle up and pick it up. If it was anything but a double damage or an invis, then Rime could have probably gone on Aston there. Aston would have been able to ball lightning away, but the burst coming out from Rime would have been a little too much. He's got 4 points in both the laser and the missiles now. So pretty much 600 damage before reduction.
Denied!
Now Aston has the DD, he's managing to fully control this lane. Rime cannot even come close to the last hit. And this is going to frustrate him. He's going to use a laser to give him the mischance. No Rime, how much gold is he sitting on? So he did buy an old talisman and he's buying another one as well. Another one's on his way to him nearly. Just short on the recipe. So he's wanted to compete in terms of right click damage versus Aston.
Surprised that Aston hasn't bought a cloak. As soon as he gets a cloak, he can just go on Rime anytime he wants. That 15% magic resistance not seem a lot, but it does make a lot of difference. Especially against a Tinker.
And that's like very easy to afford it. We do see him use the Electric Vortex on Rime there to get a little bit of harassment off, but not enough burst yet. You can't kill Rime at this point. If he keeps sweating him down, he will be able to. And Rime's out of bottle charges. He's going to have to get this 10-minute room, and Aston's going to want to control it perfectly. But that burst from Rime, it's a lot. Aston, he does have 5 stick charges available. Oh, and this has been the case, hasn't it? Rime's been very unfortunate with runes in this game. Every time he's checked it, it just hasn't been there. Whether he's been too slow to check it or what,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
it just hasn't been getting him.
He's guessing top rune each time, and when he's on top, he always goes bot. I think he needs to start switching up and just go bot.
And when he does go bot, it'll be top. This is interesting.
Unlucky.
He has got an Invis rune. He's going to pop it. He's going to pop a bottle charge as well. Aston did go to base. He bought up his power treads. And he's got a TP scroll, so he will be returned to lane. And Rime's going to be invisible. He doesn't have enough mana for the full burst. He can only use one of his spells. And you'll see Aston here on full health.
This Invis rune. He goes in, he'll die.
And Aston just denying the creep anyway, even though Rime's missing.
Damage Storm has the moment is almost insane. 100 damage is a lot compared to Tinker.
Yeah, Tinker's only sitting on just over 80. But he's sent power treads. He's got the intelligence treads coming out on Aston. So he's also got an 850 mana pool, which means he's going to have a lot of space to burst on top of Rime.
Mine!
And Aston actually used the courier to check the top rune for nothing. But he's going to send it back up there anyway. And Rime's courier is coming in as well. It's going to be a second null talisman coming out for him. Rime's sitting fairly poor. I mean, Aston is pretty much fully power treads ahead at this point. So they're going to go both going to go on each other. We do see the laser. We don't see the rockets coming out, and we do see a bit of a pulling coming out from the electric vortex as well as the ball lightning. But Rime's just going to bottle through it. Both had a bottle charges once more nearly. Aston's got one more left. And the next rune could be very crucial to this game. Aston's already got the courier waiting to check that top rune. And of course, being Storm Spirit, he can travel to those runes fairly quickly as soon as he finds them.
The haste rune. It's going to be big if Storm gets this. Yeah, he's going to get it, and this should be another kill on Rime.
Yeah, this should be the 2-0. Haste rune on Storm is so dangerous. It's confusing enough with Storm using ball lightning everywhere to try and keep up with where he is, let alone him having a haste rune and just running circles around you. And Tinker's only got 900 health, so this is going to be... It should be a fairly easy kill for Aston.
That'll take the wind from their sails.
Can be, but if he dives tower, I mean, Rime can do so much burst. He's got max rocket, max laser. You can catch Aston off guard. No matter damage does.
He's actually gone for rearm as well at this point. So he's ready to get him off again. But he doesn't have the mana really to use rearm with his spells at this point. Aston's been really controlling the lane well with denies. He's 18 CS ahead with 22 denies. So that's pretty much telling the story right there.
The rearm level is a bit confusing. I mean, he could have gone stats, and that would give him just a bit more survivability.
Oh, we'll have to stop you there though, because Aston is going to go on Rime. He has got that haste stream popped. Rime uses his stick. That's all he's got. He does use the rockets, and that's going to be 2-0. Game's going to go to Aston now. So we're not going to see a third game.
Is all alone in the world, being attacked.
And Aston...
It was a complete misplay by Tinker there. He saw he had the haste rune, and he played like so far forward. Should have just stayed on tower and just stand rockets and keep him back. Aston will kill him with a haste. Can't really avoid that.
No, Storm Spirit with a haste is just too terrifying for him to manage. But yeah, we do see Aston taking 2-0 in both games. So Aston is going to be the winner of the show match. If you guys want to check out more of this tournament style, be sure to tune in to the tournament. It's going to be happening in the last Saturday of February. I believe it's like the 23rd. But stay tuned. We're going to have 32 players competing in the tournament of this style. Shu's going to be one of them. He's actually in the first game, aren't you?
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you for watching once again. And we will catch you in the what tournament have we got coming up next? Yeah, if you check out on Saturday coming, sorry, a week today, it's going to be the Dota Talk LAN event, which is happening in London. I'll be casting the group stages along with Durka, and then following the group stages, Luminous will be joining him for the finals. So yep, do check out that. That'll be our next tournament, and then after that we've got an amateur tournament coming up, as well as the 1v1 tournament. So just keep your eyes peeled to ukdota.net and the Reddit channel. You can also follow me and Shu on Twitter at our respective accounts. What's your Twitter, Shu? I don't actually know.
At Showdota.
At ShuDota. Mine's at rabbit_UKDota. Check them out, and we'll see you next time, guys. Right then. Thank you for that.
No problems. Aston's actually turned down the